Rivera. Full name, date of birth, please.
Paul Michael Murray, Jr., date of birth 9.
All right, you, sir, are on felony probation for 3 separate felony convictions in Maricopa County. A non-witness violation hearing was scheduled on August 28th. When you failed to appear, the judge issued a warrant for your arrest in all 3 cases with a $500 bond on each arrest warrant. Your next court date now will be November 26th at 8:30 across that street in Phoenix, downtown Phoenix. Any orders? Well, officer, are you?
I'm sorry.
Are you handing them the orders from there?
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know. Usually they stand over there.
I'm by myself.
Are you? All right.
Sorry.
Anyway, after you receive the order, you go back into the room where you came from. There you go. Have a seat.
Okay, thanks.
You bet. All right, Eric Rivera.
Yes, Honor.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Eric Rivera, date of birth March.
All right, you, sir, are on felony probation here in Maricopa County. On August 6th, a non-witness violation hearing was scheduled. When you failed to appear, the judge in that case issued a warrant for your arrest with a $250 bond. Your next court date now will be, let me get it up here. There we go. Will be November 26th at 8:30 Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. You also have a warrant out of Arrowhead Justice Court for failing to pay a fine on a criminal damage conviction. They issued this warrant on August 21st with a $145 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be November 26th at 8:30 also. And we'll make sure you make your court appearances.
All right, sir.
All right? There you go, right over there.
Thank you.
Michael Bigelow, and then it'll be Oscar Velasquez. Full name, date of birth, please.
Michael Bigelow, 3.
All right, you are on felony probation in Pinal County. They issued a warrant for your arrest for violating conditions of probation on November 8th. It's a no bond warrant. Your next court date will be November 26th at 8:30 in Pinal County Superior Court. The Pinal County Sheriff's Office will pick you up in time to make that hearing. Okay?
Okay.
Oscar Velasquez, and then it'll be Secourtney West.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a sticky note. There's a new business for 21.
Is she appearing in person?
Looks like it. They just told us.
Okay.
He's down at the bottom though.
All right, thank you. Full name, date of birth, please.
Oscar Robert Velasquez.
All right, Oscar, you, let me get your case up here, number 20. You're on felony probation here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation on November 20th. A warrant for your arrest was issued with a $1,500 bond. Your next court date now will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, August 26th at 8:30. And she'll be handing you your order in just a second. Secourtney West. And then it will be Victor Traylor. Full name, date of birth.
Secourtney West.
All right, ma'am, you're on felony probation of 2 separate felony convictions here in Maricopa County. They've continued violated conditions of probation, and on October 31st, a warrant was issued in each case. $50 bond on one, $100 bond on the other. Your next court date will be a revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, November 26th at 8:30. And she'll have your order for you in just a moment. Victor Traylor. Then after Mr. Traylor will be Luis Murillo. Full name, date of birth, please.
Victor Trailer.
All right, you have pending a theft of means of transportation case. A trial management conference was scheduled on January 30th. When you didn't show up, the judge issued a warrant for your arrest with a $5,000 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be November 26th at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. You're also on felony probation, and a non-witness violation hearing was scheduled on that same date, time, and place, and a $5,000 warrant was set on that matter. Next court date, the same November 26th at 8:30. You have a warrant out of, let's see, this is out of Country Meadows Justice Court. It's alleged that you were driving on a suspended or revoked license, interfering with judicial proceedings, and failing to appear. All misdemeanors, and when you did not show up on November, well, let's see, when was it here? This is number 32.
It's, last year, right? All of this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, when you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $250 bond. Your next court date in that matter now is November 26th at 8:30 in Country Meadows Justice Court. That was a $545 bond. Then the reason you're here before us tonight is that you were arrested earlier today, charged with violating, well, it's called disobeying or resisting an order or mandate of the court, but it's a violation of the order of protection that was issued. That's a misdemeanor. And counsel will be appointed at your next hearing if you're entitled to have it. A $500 secured appearance bond is set in that phase. Conditions of your release
Your Honor.
include, well, let me finish.
All right.
Include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, not initiating contact with the alleged victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection has already been issued, you must comply with its terms if you are released. Now, you're going to tell me you were in the house with the victim's consent, right?
Yeah, well.
All right, that's good. You
I've
worked
been there
that
for a
out
whole
somehow.
year.
But guess who called the police? All right, anyway, your order will be right here.
They said it was dismissed because it was 2 years ago.
Well, it wasn't vacated, no.
It should have been because it only lasted for 2 years.
Well, okay, but that's the least of your worries, so hopefully you work that out. All right, Louis Murillo, and then it'll be John Roberts. Full name, date of birth, please.
Luis Vega Murillo.
All right, you were arrested because a grand jury arrest warrant was issued on February 14th of last year. It charges you with the following: one count each of all except possession of narcotic drugs for sale. Those are Class 2 felonies. Possession for or transportation to sale dangerous drugs, a Class 2 felony. Transportation and for sale of narcotic drugs. These are on separate incidents. Class 2 felony. 2 counts of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, Class 2 felonies. 1 count of possession of another count of possession for sale of dangerous drugs, Class 2 felony. Then 1 count of illegal control of an enterprise, a Class 3 felony. Money laundering in the second degree, a Class 3 felony. And possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 3 felony, or Class 4 felony. If you're entitled to have an attorney appointed, it will be at your next court appearance. The bond that was set was a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $500,000. Your next court date will be November 27th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And I understand that you are on probation or parole in federal court, and the U.S. Marshal advised the court that there's an arrest warrant for you in that matter also. I don't have any of the details here, okay? And there's your order will be right here. John Roberts, then it'll be Daniel Mendoza. Full name, date of birth?
John Edward Roberts, 8.
All right, you, sir, were arrested earlier today, charged with resisting arrest with passive resistance, a misdemeanor, unlawful flight from law enforcement in a motor vehicle, a Class 5 felony, and using an electronic communication device to transact a drug transaction, a Class 4 felony. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. A $10,000 secured appearance bond is set. Your next court date will be November 27th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And she'll have your order for you right now.
The 10,000 secure, that's what, 1,000, or 10%, yeah?
Yes, it's not a cash only.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Daniel Mendoza. Then it'll be Dillian Frank. Full name, date of birth, Mr. Mendoza.
Daniel Ray Henry Mendoza.
All right, you are here on several matters. You had criminal charges pending in a possession of drug paraphernalia case, a Class 6 felony, and possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, and unlawful flight from law enforcement in a motor vehicle, a Class 5 felony. You were to report to the court upon your release. You were to report on November 15th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest in each case. A $1,250 cash-only bond in one case and a $1,250 normal secured appearance bond in the other. Your next court date in those matters will be November 27th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. You also have pending a warrant. You were to appear on November 15th, along with those first two cases, a new case of possession of drug paraphernalia. When you failed to appear, the bond on the arrest warrant was also $1,250 again. Then, the reason we are honored with your presence here tonight is because you were arrested, I guess, earlier today. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was on a direct complaint. I apologize. The county attorney's office has filed the following charges by direct complaint. These are alleged to have occurred on April 13th of this year. One count each of the following: possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony; possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony; and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office. In that case, a $500 bond is set. Next court date will be November 27th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And she'll be handing you your order in just a second.
Your Honor, I had a quick question.
Yes.
So, the case involving the unlawful flight and the gun,
Yeah.
I was released on a bond I had a $20,000 bond, and I got released.
And then you didn't show up, like.
Yeah, they didn't.
Okay.
They
Well,
gave me
listen,
my,
I don't know any more about your case.
Oh, I was just wondering if they gave me my bond back. Right?
Well, no.
And they never gave me
I don't, listen, I know only about your case, what I've read to you, and the judge who set the bonds in this case knows a lot more about your case
Okay,
than I
I'm
do.
just wondering.
At your next court appearance, you have an attorney appointed to represent you. You can try and get your conditions of release modified. There you go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right, Frank Dillon. Let's see, John Watkins is 25, yes. And then it will be John Watkins. Full name, date of birth?
Dylan Christopher Frank.
All right, you, sir, are here because The Santan Justice Court issued an initial arrest warrant on November 20th. It's alleged that on November 16th of this year, you committed the offense of theft or control of stolen property. That's a Class 1 misdemeanor. You're being held on other bonds, I see. The warrant in this case was of $680. I reduced that to $50. Your next court date in this matter will be November 26th at 8:30 in Santan Justice Court. And if you're entitled to have an attorney appointed to represent you, you'll be at your next court appearance on this matter, all right? There you go.